Well,
Good morning.
yeah, good morning. We're gonna give a Friday a go, see what we can do.
Yeah, surprise. Happy Friday, guys. We decided to switch
Reluctant,
it up this week a little bit. Reluctantly, yes. Money is
we got
made his
decided.
money quick.
Watching book mount, we did take a trade in combine this morning. We got $500 on it already off this wonderful book mount signals we've been getting.
Yeah, no, and then it just kind of gave us a short signal up there as well, right?
Yeah, it did.
I don't know what that. There we go. So now, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for another signal, which it is giving one here. It's pretty close to that 60 level. I would love it to test 60, but you see there we got a lot of orders. I think I'm gonna try it here on the old another combine.
What's the kind of look you're looking for here? So you've got your green bubble.
I'm looking
So
for it
you're
to get
looking
back
for
up 70, 71. You can see we got a couple hundred orders sitting up at that range. I need to pull this back. I don't want this back here. Would be a perfect spot. Only $187 we're trying to get, but it's giving us a red bubble here, so it might come back and take us out. This was the one I jumped ahead of it a little bit just because we were close to that 60 level.
Mhm.
We got my stop below the 60 level, so if it does break that down, we'll lose $150. It'll be okay. And they just pull those orders at 60, so it might break it down here. But then it also could give us a beautiful move here. We'll see.
Mhm.
We got 15 people watching so far. One person liked us on Facebook. Thank you, whoever you are. Be our buddy Trey, who watches us sometimes. Trey, good luck. If you need any pest control in the North Mississippi, Tennessee area, reach out to Action Pest Control. You support us, buddy. I support you.
There you go. So now you've
So,
gotten this kind of move down.
yeah, we're not getting a signal down. This is probably going to take us out, but it could move all the way to that 50 area before we get another move back up. I'm not saying that's for sure, but yeah, just
Mhm.
took us out there. It's okay. We'll wait to see if we come here and test this 50, and that would be a better spot. Well, they only put orders at 55, so just want to see a signal there.
Mhm.
Oh, we got 16 people watching now.
So we're looking at. I'm just trying to read it properly. So there's really nothing to do here until you can see some sort of green bubble form, right?
Yes.
Kind of looks like it wants to test that 50 area, so 60-50.
Yep. Yeah, and to be honest with you, as soon as we got that green, then we got uh, that next red bubble, which is usually a sign. Once we got that next red, we should have just stopped out there, which was pretty close to where we stopped out at anyway. It was
Mhm.
another point or so, but that was actually a good spot to drop it down. Oh, we got 3 likes on Facebook now. How about that? Look at that.
All right.
Go, guys, go. We're green bubble here, Roy. Down here close to this 50 level. We're going to try. We're going to give it another go. Now, if we can work back up to that high day, that would end up being a $300 day. Not saying it's going to do it. CBD's come down a lot, and tide is just not pretty. So we could be fighting a move down here, but I like that 50 level, so I got my stop below it. We'll see what happens. Like I said, we've already got one. We've already banked pretty good in, so it was that to kind of turn that bubble turn red. We did not wait for it to confirmation to finish green. Back green again. So it's absorbing the orders down here. Just we could possibly get a little more move down before we did anything. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of looking around, seeing not much from a periscope standpoint. On a laptop, it's a little bit harder to switch around, but we are getting a little bit of a wick forming on this move. Back up to 55.
Yeah,
We'll have.
I took it in Take Profit Trader too, so we're up like 60, 70 bucks. We're gonna try to see if we can get a decent move up, but we probably need to go and take what we got there. I did take it on Take Profit Trader just because it was giving that red signal next, and it could change, but I just didn't want to take a chance. So we got 30 bucks out of it. Nothing great, but bad. These combines, we can let it go a little further. We don't have to be as precise.
Yeah.
But it is giving another short signal. Tide is just complete garbage now. That was very nice to start. This is the largest options expiration.
Yeah.
In history today, $6.8 trillion worth of options expired today. That is definitely something to keep an eye on. I would think that we probably won't just get like just a trend day, but you never know.
Well, that move down could have been kind of to see the gauge of the sell strength, right? Are people willing to sell it? Because it is still holding that 50 for now.
It is.
So you did get some bullish news this morning, first thing, on two fronts, one from Iran saying they're willing to negotiate some uranium enrichment limitations, and then from the Fed, Waller, saying that there's room for the Fed to cut in July.
Yeah, which that's kind of July's kind of been the target. Didn't they take some of July off and put July back on this last time?
Yeah, so you're gonna get a lot of this conflicted stuff because there was 5 Fed officials in the SEP that basically said no rate cuts this year. So you've got some disagreements on the Fed. So you're gonna get some people coming out saying that, some people coming out saying, they're open to cuts. So market obviously got Waller's message today, liked it, and pushed it up in pre-market on top of that Iran news. So for as of right now, that's what can explain that kind of move compared to yesterday's, pretty big dip. I mean, you're talking you're up almost 100 points from yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday's low, just about. Well, you hit 100 points earlier today.
Yeah. Let's see where we're getting our viewers from today. We got 2 of them watching from YouTube, so thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. We're
15 coming from what's it called?
Twitter machine.
Twitter, whatever the hell it is. Xbox.
So you're just kind of hanging out here above 50. Is this kind of playing games mode, right?
Yeah. We had our move. Now we're not having much of a move, so. And this is kind of a little bear flag down here, so be careful. We're not getting anything from Facebook. I didn't take long, but it's not looking great. It's right at, I mean, it's on my other 2, it's right at where I've got it, my entry at. So as long as we can hold 50, it's okay. If it breaks 50, then I'll cut them and we'll back up and punt. We're just not getting any follow through now. You're getting signals, but as soon as you get a long signal, you're getting a short signal, the very next signal. So, which tells you we are in shot. And when you look at this book map, when book map is ever just sideways, book map is more exaggerated than your charts are. So when it's not exaggerated at all, it's horrible.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, it's got a chance to pop up. It's got to break a lot of stuff to get through it, but we are above VWAP. I did not put my anchor VWAP on even when you called it because I was doing 18 million other things at once. Anchored VWAP. I'm on this 1 minute chart.
And this is kind of that spot.
You was not on there and I was not on there, so you was talking to nobody.
Sorry. We're at SPX 6000 here on Periscope. So as you can see, this is a spot that, you should get some sort of line in the sand, if you will. This is why we're kind of probably grinding at this moment.
Yeah, where it was 4 or 5 points difference last week, it's 50 points difference today.
Yeah. Good old contract roll.
Yep. Well, it was 20 something, then it came down to 5. I guess it's more of the Globex stuff that's changing it up, I would assume. Kind of where they separate more at. Yeah, it's going to check us out everything. Everything's out. That was I told y'all it was making a bear flag to be careful, and it did exactly what I said it was going to do, so. We can swap over. Let's see. Let's go to my other screen. Yep, go there. You can see that Tide is just nasty now. CD was up around 5,000. Now up around 9. I mean, they got to over 10,000 earlier. What are you, 13,000 at one point?
Yeah.
Now we're 4,700. So this could be like this for a while, then kind of move back to who knows what. So let's still watch it on Bookmap 2. If we could get the break here, there's a green there. Now it's telling us a long signal again. I would probably look the way as nasty as everything is. I would love for it to go to test 55 and then show a short signal. That'd be great. But this could be Roy going to decide he wants to go live on a Friday. Let's go on a OPEX Friday anyway. OPEX, however you say it, and let's do it on the day where you probably won't get a That's what I like. I love about it. Yeah, let's do that.
We're getting like you said, that little pop up, but it just can't get any follow through. If it can get some follow through here, you could potentially have a false breakdown.
Yeah, also gonna have still working on a false breakout. So
right.
we'll see. It's a short signal here, though.
Mm.
Honestly, I hate TradingView sometimes. It gets stuck and it won't. I don't know. It just gets stuck where you can't adjust stuff, like your indicators and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying. But I got it now. All you gotta do is refresh it. I just hate refreshing it every time to get something. I don't like that. Which I'm having to do that on Financial Juice more now. I don't like that. Eurozone consumer confidence flash negative 15.3 down.
Oh,
They are not confident at all in Europe, are they? Not confident at all in Europe. The Europeans. Did you see the thing? I watched that's been all over Twitter and Facebook and everywhere. The Muslim takeover in England.
yeah.
Every major city has a Muslim mayor now.
Mm-hmm.
Muslim population is 3 million compared to 66 million of non-Muslims, and they have, was it like 3,000 Sharia, whatever it is. How do you say it, Roy? Sharia, Sharia, the law, the courts and
Sharia.
stuff.
Yeah. Sharia.
Sharia.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hold on.
Anyway, there's like 3,000 of those courts over there now. It's really crazy. And then for the first time ever, Mohammed is the most popular boy's name in England now. Yeah, they went into details on it, so I didn't realize this. Like 70% of Muslim women don't work. Did you know that? I guess that makes sense because
Yeah. I didn't know the percentage, but I
70% of them don't work, and 98% of them. Yeah, Harry, we didn't expect one either. Roy talked me into it, so
you can tell he's thrilled about it.
I'm happy to be here today. I love you guys, but just I like not doing stuff sometimes.
Can't really break this 8 here, but it feels like a little brick wall on it. There's just grinding it.
I'm expecting to get another drop, man. I would like it to come down and test this VWAP around 42 and see what we do down there.
Mm-hmm.
You got orders sitting really 45, 43, and 40. That's the main spots right there that's kind of holding it up. If it breaks 43, 45, it should go to 43. Now you got a few at 48. So they absorb those at 48. Now if they go down and do these at 45, well, they absorb most of there it is. They got the rest of them. There you go. So if you go down to 45, test this 45. We could see a flush down to, like I said, around 40 or so. I did take it on Take Profit Trader, so I'm securing at least $50 on this one.
Nice.
Crazy. That's to get half. We took $100 loss on the first one, so it's to get half our loss back on that one, and it's going to take us out right there. It did. So, but we got some of it back. I think we're fixing to get more downside again, to be honest with you. I think this is kind of a fake out to see what happens here. Go down and test that 40. CVD, I mean, it's under 4,000 now. Tide is just complete garbage for a long. Book map is not giving us any long signals. We are seeing you got 200 something orders in at that 40 level, so that's going to be the key to break it, that 40 level. That is going to be the key.
Yeah, so you're back under SPX 6000. You're at 593, 5993. So again, kind of go on that line in the sand there.
We are getting a long here, so we got to be careful. It hadn't been following up the long signal with another green bubble though, so you want to see. Well, and that bubble just turned red, so scratch that. That's why you wait. These bubbles are a little bit different than your candles. You're not looking. It's not based on whether it's going up or down. It's based only on volume. So red bubbles are more sellers, green bubbles are more buyers. And then a lot of times when you see these big bubbles, like this red one, if it comes down, like to say it gets to that 40 range, right? And then you see a really big red bubble there, that means it's absorbing those orders, which is actually a bullish signal. We did come out and test VWAP though, and we couldn't break it down. So it could give a green one next. And there's your green one next. See if it continues up. We're gonna pop up. Nice little move here off that low. Look at that. It's almost like we can read the tape now, huh? And I'm sitting here looking at my phone instead of taking a trade off of it. That was a great place to take the scalp along real quick. So what I've been doing on these, I've been taking them really quick, try to get in and out and not hold for too long. Blowbacks you can hold a little bit longer because you can see they play out a little bit slower. So you can really read when you're getting a reversal. Here it's a little quicker. But even knowing this, if this green bubble, this thing could give another red bubble right back, which would be a short signal to scalp to the low side. Because Tide is still pretty much garbage, and CVD is still coming down, even on that little move up. That bubble is red so far. It's getting a little bigger red. It means it's absorbing. You got sellers there, but it's just can't. We need that red bubble to get a little bit bigger, and then we get a move back down. Book map. You can see they're fighting that in there. That bubble does not want to go really strong either way.
Yeah.
But we are getting a move back down with it now because the sellers seem to be still in control. You're not just getting a breakdown, so. And it turned green for a minute and then back red. They are fighting this daggum thing right here, boy. Ooh, now our next one. So they give a small red, which is not really strong move either way. Kind of tell you they're fighting. And you can see in this next bubble, they're still fighting this level.
Yeah.
You're not really going crazy either way. This red bubble would get bigger. Then I think we would get a little more move down there. It's getting bigger now. Here comes your move down. What is that? All right, that's a nice looking candle there, but it's still rejecting. It's still holding this VWAP down here. Still holding the VWAP, the VWAP. If we could just break this down, boys, we should go test that 40 if we can get right below this. It just can't break it down below that, you daggum thing. Just can't break below that. That's holding like a champ. And you can tell them these bubbles, they're fighting. If you guys look at these bubbles, see your buyers just took control of that bubble there. If they can hold it. Sellers are still strong though, but it's just, you got a little fight action going on here.
Yeah, and do the sellers kind of get out of the way, let it pop, and then knock it back down?
Do the buyers get out of the way and let it drop so they can cover some shorts?
That too.
Yeah, you got a lot of different stuff working here. It is on the 1 minute, it's holding down VWAP. I mean, like a champ. That's the spot. And now we're getting a red bubble. These, green, they came in pretty hard on that one. That was red and turned back green pretty fast. It could be setting this thing up. We are getting a little dip in put premiums and a slightest little uptick in volume here on Tide, so that could be why we're doing that. How might look? See, I've only got it where I can look at I can only look at futures. I don't pay for the extra stuff on it. I don't look at CME data. I can't look at CBO or CBOT or anything else.
Big green bubble. So would that suggest
short right now? Because see this, you're following it up. So that big green bubble means they absorbed everything at that level, but it's not necessarily 100% sure, right?
Right.
We can still go up. Like I said, when you look at these bubbles, you're not looking at, this is not candles you're looking at. These are strictly bubbles you're looking at. Now this green followed up by another green is actually a good signal here for the long. If it can turn, if it gives a red signal, but you're getting a pretty big drop in put premium and a decent pop in volume here on Tide. But it does seem to be weakening a little here. That last one you had 620 positives, so that was 620 buyers there. This one you had 131. This one back here you had 482. You see how you just can't see the lot. That last one you had 137 there. They can't pop it. They can't drop it enough. I mean, VWAP on the 1 minute was that. They dropped. Here we go. So you just had that big change there. And well, they came right. Sellers came in. They put it, and the buyers came right back in on it. Now it's turned red. Let's see if it gets any volume on it this time, though. So every time it gets it, you see buyers are stepping back in. This bubble expands and it gets smaller. That means buyers are stepping in. It's down here at this level. They're liking this 44 level for some reason. I don't know if they like it or if they're just like, hey, we're going to hold this up. This is what we're going to do. Now back green bubble. So buyer stepped in big time there. If you could ever get a bubble here, a red bubble with some volume, it would definitely be a short spot. But being down this close to VWAP, I would hesitate. I mean, I'm in a short from. I got in it at 51, so I mean, I'm in a short for a while here. I'm still holding. This is where I'm trying to get this breakdown to this 42. If it hits 42, that takes me. Actually, I got it at 40. So 40, 50 is what gets me out. And that would actually be a very nice payday. That would be, let me look over here and see this other side. If we hit it down there, that gives us a $231 day on that one. And it gives us, I got it 42 on this next one. We're going to actually move it down to 41. We're in two different ones. That gives us 175 and one. I didn't know you were streaming today. Yes, this is Roy's fault, Manny. Roy's fault. It's supposed to be our day off, and Roy forced me at gunpoint to do this. So.
I pushed him. I pushed him to do it. The interesting thing here is, like you said, you're just not getting any sort of follow through on anything. So you had that big move up, and then you have this kind of move down, and then just stuck at this happy zone. And yeah, you're right under SPX 6000, which is 5993. You got to figure if it stays below 6,000 for an extended period of time, it's going to flush. But if it can regain it, it could actually see shorts covering and squeeze it up. So it is kind of a 50-50 spot.
Yeah. And I'll say it again. I was forced to do this today. It's not my control. We are getting a nice pop here. This VWAP is held up. And you're getting a big old green bubble here. Big old green bubble.
So this is
green
fall through. So for, I guess the line in the sand is 60-50, right? I mean,
I don't know if that's the line. And there's some orders up there, and if we see a red candle here, it definitely is a spot to look to either go short or add to my short. I should have took it earlier. I didn't like this. It just couldn't break that VWAP. That's when I should have took it. I could have got $100 out of it. I got a little greedy on it, but you know, this thing could give us a short signal right here and come right back down to that and give me another opportunity with a little more size. Tide suggests, Tide is just not following through either. Tide is giving some stupid shit. You can see it popped and then dropped back down. Volume is coming back up a little bit. So no, nothing. We're not in no trades here. Oh, I lost $300. I never even entered back on here again, Ron. I just realized I'm not buying, which is okay. We got our other stuff. So we got one combine that is $500 up. I've got an XFA that is $200 up. I got a futures desk account that is $150 up and locked up for the day because it is the $150 test. It's their test version. So I've got a ways to go before it hit 1,700. Then I got to hit 1,700 again, and I get moved to a live account.
Boom.
So my goal there is to go live. Well, Roy, this thing is not giving anything back. I should have just took what we had. We did not. Now it's a little poppy pop here. Like you said, this 50 level up here. If it would give a red candle here, this would be a perfect spot to take a short, though, in my opinion. Starting to give one here. but could not go red. It's big green, big green. And like I said, even though you're seeing a big green, if you look at your candles, you're not seeing it on the candles because this is not candles. This is strictly volume. Now we could go up to 50.75. Those orders are holding at 39.75 and 40 down there. That's what has me intrigued. But we got to get some kind of weakness to be able to get back down there just to do something with it. So I don't know.
SPX at 59.97, 59.96.50. So it's right there.
Right there for the taking, huh?
Yeah, you got a little bit of rejection. A lot of rejection.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of rejection. I want more rejection though. I want more rejection. I want to go, damn, it cannot go down there. This big red candle. Big red bubble here, which means they're absorbing down here. This could be a bad sign. It's followed by green. It's definitely going to pop back up. But if it's followed by red, we could get a nice drop. We shall see. I started out with a little red. It's just not as strong. Let's see if I can push it back now. You guys wasn't expecting to get a crash course in book map today, were you? Happens on Fridays. Never know. You never know.
So you're getting about a 5-point rejection from that spot up there that it just held. Your SPX down 5.992.
Yeah.
Right back at this.
So that account that was $100 down is now $100 up.
Nice.
And the other one, I didn't really want it to close yet, but we got $50 total. We were actually 200 down on that, and we got 250 back on that play. So far, so good. That big red bubble, that was the one. See that one?
That was it, yep.
This one told the story. And then I said, if we can get a big red bubble next, we should get a flush down. Well, there's that big red bubble. This was scared me for a minute. I thought it was going to turn green. So here was your short indicator. We're at the 50 level. You can see these right here. You can see we've tested it a few times, right? Couldn't break through it. Let's look back a little more left. Let's see what this 50 level was overall. I'll take it a second to catch up just because there's a lot of data. A lot of data in here. Everything's still working but the screen. The screen's wanting to take its time. Anyway, you can see it tested. There it is. Look back over here. Look how far back, right? So it's 9 o'clock. We've tested, and it has not been able to break it. Roy called it that 50 level. Like, yeah, that 50 level was strong. Then you got this one. You can see they absorbed the stuff up here. Yeah, it's aggregating. Got you. And then this one, you had 825 was more negative. Well, this next one was a 1,303. This shows you right here. I said if they get any size to it, they'd tank it. That was 1,303. Now you got people that are closing positions, right? They're closing short or getting out longs. 24.19, you got stops hitting. And then we'll see what this one is. But each candle has gotten progressively bigger to the sell side.
Yeah.
Today's book map's going to say, hey, Monty, why don't you come over here and teach us some classes? My little brag, I'm pretty happy. I tweeted the play yesterday using book map. I copied book map. Like, hey, this will be good. This damn tweet, they retweeted. And I've got more views than they retweeted. 1,400 views, which is, I know that's not viral, but that's big for me. I've never had anything go 1,400 by myself on my own side.
Yeah.
So. And Roy did not retweet mine. He retweeted Bookmap, so he's a jerk.
You know, you can't just keep retweeting everything you put, right?
I had Roy tagged in
bit.
it. By the way, I tagged Roy in that tweet, and I give Bookmap credit. Not only do they retweet mine and tag me, but then they also gave a shout out to Roy at the bottom with the thumbs pointing to Roy. Like, I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
So you are approaching the 200 here. So what would you look at for potentially a move up to VWAP and then failure, or is just break right through it?
I mean, right now I'm gonna look for it to hold, but I mean, look at your Bookmap. Look what your Bookmap's doing again, right?
Mm-hmm.
At this long, and now we had a few here, so this green is saying that we should get a pop back up. And how big this gets, could get up to this 3750 level. It could break back up to around 40. So we'll see. Like I said, when you're looking at this, don't expect this to be the exact same thing you look at your chart, right? Because you look at your chart, even though these are green together right now, that is not always the case. You can see here, you can tell we're getting weak. So we had 24.19 at that one. And then this very next one, look, we had 200. So you could tell either it was getting weaker or bulls were starting to step in. It's kind of something to look at. Next one's still 532, but they couldn't break it down. And then I want to see what this one is. You can look on the bid and stuff, see what the bids are, and ask and everything. But that was 514. So it showed a little bit of strength there. We are coming up to test the 8 on the 1 minute. I've got too many time frames I'm looking at here. The reason I am using the 1 minute chart now on Top Step is because I'm trying to match it up with Bookmap. These are 1 minute candles, and they're not your typical 1 minute candles. So this candle started at 2759.4. It did not start at 928. It started at 927.59.4. It's weird. I hate that. But you can see this was your long signal, right? It was 33. And then we've gotten 39. So there's a 6-point move if you just took that one long signal.
Wow.
I told Roy, I think we can get a minimum of at least 2 to 3 points on every one of these signals. You just got to take it when you see it, and you got to take the profit, right? If it gives any kind of hesitation at all, see now we're pulling back. We're getting this. This could be a short signal to break it down below, or at least to go back and test that 200 again. Interesting. I'd wait to see. Tide is kind of giving the same indication here. So that is where we're at.
Periscope, you're now well below 6,000. You are kind of outside your cone, which with options expiration, I'll be interested to see if it ventures its way back in the cone. But we are below that green gamma above, so you've got just red gamma below us.
Well, look, I'm going to tell you, you look to your right? Look how that cone works. The cone spreads out. So this thing could continue to come down and still get back in the cone.
Yep. But it looks like they're kind of step laddering this thing back down. So
I'm pretty proud. There's a couple of hard levels I've given this week on my write-ups. One is 6,000, one is 6,500. You look for the week, we have been in between that 6,000 and 6,500 pretty much.
Yeah.
We broke out a little bit, but we always come back into that thing. So if you look at Bookmap, we won't be able to go back. We can just go to what we've seen today, see if it'll catch up. It's lagging a little bit right now. I've got a lot working. So, and then the more volume that comes in, the more it requires from your PC or your Mac or whatever you're using. So it does tend to struggle a little bit, but there you go. We got a 60 we broke out, but then the majority of our time has been this level right here and down to below here. This is where most of our stuff is. And you look here, all these spots, right? You could actually draw zones off this. So if I was drawing a zone, I would have one at that 60 level right there. It's one I'd want to watch. These are just intermittent. You can do with them in and out. I think this would be a stronger one to watch just because it breaks is 50. 50, of course, is 125 down here. But it's, you know, yeah, we're not going to go our normal hour a day. I'm actually pretty much done for the day.
Okay.
So
Works for me.
I won't be doing much anything else. I've got one
Getting a little.
really working back up. I am not going to touch it today just because I'm still trading it small, and I just don't know. If I knew a direction and we were trending in a direction, I wouldn't mind holding for long. But I'm having to hold lows to get something back out of them. I just don't want
Yeah.
to take a chance. So probably not going to do much else the rest of the day. I got one account. Oh, I forgot I do have another one here. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, my goal right now is just not to do much the rest of the day. I'm not sure what Roy's goal is. I know he's visiting some people, so
Yeah, I've got plans later today, so just try to fit in a quick stream to say hey to you guys and
Roy,
annoy Monty
OKC.
enough to.
I'm an OKC guy. I think OKC is going to win it, but what you think, Roy?
I'd say
Got the momentum now?
no. I think OKC wins probably by like 20. I think yesterday was more of an emotional Indy last home game type deal.
I think
OKC wasn't quite ready for it.
I think they were just tired. Like, hey, we're okay.
Yeah, I think they clinch it at home pretty handily. Personal opinion. I think the line came out 8 for OKC.
Now CBD's back to 400 now. Just so you know, we were not long ago talking about it being 3,000 and 13,000. So
wow,
it's come back a lot.
They've zapped it. Well, you got all your puts in the morning with that push up. So now you can work on crushing the dreams of the call people. We just now are turning red on ES. So we're at settlement.
I'm not here. If just be careful today, guys. Today is OPEX, however you want to say it. I say OPEX. I think Roy says OPEX, but it is
tomato.
Anything could happen. So just play what you see. Don't take profits when you see profits. Don't get greedy. Today is definitely not a greedy day.
Yeah.
And, for this thing is worked down from 71 high, this thing could work right back up there. And, that's a 40 swing back up, even though CBD has gone negative 300 now, right at 300. So I think that's a good place to leave off there, Roy. What do you think? Not our typical long stream. I think we had some good valuable information here early. So if you was watching with the bookmap stuff.
I appreciate you entertaining this with me. We get back at it on Monday, normal time, on the schedule. We appreciate you guys viewing.
We might do more of these Fridays. We'll see how it goes. It's just trying to kind of see if we do Fridays. Fridays will be an abbreviated show. We won't just hang out just to hang out. We get done because on a Friday I'll get away from the desk and try to do something different. So,
amen.
We got one day it's not raining here, so I need to do something. It's rained every other damn day. I feel like I live in the rainforest right here.
Yeah, there's been a lot of rain in that.
Yeah, it's been horrible.
Here. Yeah,
and it's been storms. I mean, I guess we are the new tornado alley. They're just hitting us nonstop. But Anyway, we appreciate everybody joining this morning. I think this is a good place to call it. So everybody stay safe the rest of the day. Have a very fun weekend, but remember, stay safe. Use Uber or Lyft. Don't drive. You've been drinking. Call somebody. You live close to me. Call me. Just don't go out and hurt yourself. Hurt somebody else. But stay safe, everybody. I'm gonna steal a line from Hope. Pray for peace. We need something to happen. We need that to stop. All this bombing and stuff to stop. Even though in right or wrong, you still, as people are losing, innocent people are losing lives somehow, somewhere.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll catch you guys Monday, Lord willing. So we'll see y'all then.
Appreciate it, guys.